There is a mistake in the manual at page 269. We can see here that when we install this pin, this radiator and the fan does not exist yet. It's going to be built in the next couple of pages. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we will start the assembly of the amazing Volvo articulated hauler truck. The challenge we will have is that the bags are numbered as you can see, but we have several bags number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it's going to be a challenge to find the right parts. So to help you with the build, what I do is that I use typically 2 plastic containers, as you can see here. So one here with no dividers will be for the big parts, and one here with some dividers will be for medium-sized parts, and also I'm going to split or separate the pins into smaller containers. So I think it's the best way to do this, so that you don't waste too much time trying to locate your parts. So let's start with the build. I'm going to interrupt at some points and just to show highlights in the build and interesting sections or parts. So I'm about to start bag number 1, but before I do so, I just want to show what I meant here. The big parts, medium-sized parts, and there were 2 bags in this big bag here containing blue pins and black pins, so I have them separate again for easy retrieval. So let's start with this build. I am almost half done with bags number 1, and I just want to show here all the gears we have in this assembly here. And here it seems to be a diff here in the back. So this is very impressive to see all these gears over here. So look at that. Wow, I am impressed, and we're still in bags 1. We are almost at the end of bags number 1, and look at all the details with all the gears. There is a diff over there. There is also one over there. If I turn this rod over here, look at this. And this one here is a selector. As you can see, it will select the gears that we want to lock. And if I turn this upside down, and again just rotate this axle here, look at that. There is a lot of things going on, so very impressive so far. We are done with bags number 1, and look at all the gears. We have a diff over here. We have gears, of course, here that we saw before. We have here a mechanism that will be used, as you can see here, to looks like to rise or to lower the bucket, and we can see the gears over here. And if I turn the diff, we can see here 2 wheels, so 4 wheels in total will be motorized. And if I turn this over, we can see here more at the bottom. We have the 2 motors in the front. We have a diff over here, and the one we saw, the one in the back here. So very impressive so far with this build with bags number 1. Time to start with bags number 2, and these are all the parts that we have in all the bags numbered 2. I am almost halfway through bags number 2, and I wanted to show this part here. So this is the front of the truck, you can see, with the articulation, and this is the bottom of the piece. But I want to show here that this is a double axis here, one inside the other. Look at that. This is rotating, and this is independently rotating. So this is a nice part of the truck that we have. This is almost the end of bags number 2, and we have the cabin here. So I want to show you under where we see all the gears. We can see all the gears very well here. So we have the diff over here, the 2 front wheels, and here we have the crankshaft. So we will see the cylinders going up and down in the engine compartment. Now we have the cabin attached to the part that we made with bags number 1, which was the back of the truck over here, and cabin in the front. And if I turn the truck upside down, we have here the front with all the gears, and we have the back here with the two differentials. If I turn the differential in the front, we can see all the gears in action, all the way to the back where we have our four wheels and the two differentials. Now time to start working with bags number 3, and these are all the parts that we will have for the third step. I am in the middle of bags number 3, and we have here the cockpit and the engine compartment in the front. And if I rotate the shaft, we can see that the cylinders are going up and down. At this stage in the build, there is an error in the manual on page 269. We can see here that when we install this pin, they show a radiator with a fan, but it's not built yet. It is going to be built in the next 2 pages, as we can see here. And we have the final product over here, the fan and the radiator, that gets installed over here in page 273. So that is a mistake on page 269. Lego simply used the wrong picture. We are now done with bags number 3, and we have the cabin or the cockpit totally done. We have here this is the Bluetooth hub that is in the back there, and it has also the battery compartment. And we have here the front of the truck, and there is a pin here that you need to remove to open the hood. So this piece goes down and this piece goes up over here, and then we can see the pistons for the engine, and they do move like we saw before. So this goes up, and yeah, so very nice and very detailed cabin. This is the last step of the build with bags number 4, and since we're doing the back or the bed of the truck, the big parts are of course yellow, and we have the usual pins, blue and black. So let's finish this assembly. We are almost done with bags number 4, and I thought I would show the bed, or some people call it the bucket also. So before I install it on the frame of the truck, so you see the inside here, the stickers here, Volvo and A60H, and this is the front over here. Before I install the wheels, I want to show the size here compared to a AA battery. So 1 week later, I am done with the assembly. Very nice set, guys. This is in my top 2 really, with the crane that you see back there. Very nice. It's not that easy to assemble. Some pieces are hard to put in because you have a lot of pins to insert at the same time. And if you have a Lego set, you know what I'm talking about. It's also very heavy. So I'll do a separate video with the functions because there's a lot to show, but I want to show you the final product here with my side camera. First of all, to have a look at the scale, if I put a regular can of Coke over here, look at that. Gives you an idea of the size. So let me grab my side camera. So we have details here of the cab, or like I like to say sometimes, the cockpit, like an airplane, or the cabin. You saw the size of the tires during the build, and here we have the bed or the bucket, and the back of the truck over here. And here we have the side, we have the cylinders to move the bed up and down. We have the two motors over here. There's a third one over there, and there is the hub over here, the Bluetooth hub. One thing I need to mention, it is that the joint here, you have to be careful when you move this truck, because the front is very heavy, the back is very heavy, and you have this little assembly here, which is the articulation, and this is the truck, right? It's an articulated hauler. You have to be careful when you move the truck that you don't damage that part. That's my only concern about this truck. And like we saw before, if I move the truck over here, and I'm going to move my camera right there, we can see here that we can of course remove the front to see the engine compartment by removing this pin. And then when we move the hood up, we can put the pin. There's a spot to put the pin, which I cannot find right here. in this orange pin over here, and this will hold the hood, as you can see, to look at the engine. Now you can just remove this pin, and then you can close this and lock everything in place. So the steering wheel is going to turn with the wheels. So guys, like I said at the beginning, I knew I was going to be impressed, but really, I can highly recommend this. And again, I'm not sponsored by Lego. All the Lego sets that you see on my channel, like Star Wars, for example, I have over there the Slave one. I buy with my own money, so I am unbiased. So, highly recommended. My third video will be about the functions. I'm going to show in details the app, how you can control the truck with your phone. So this is very interesting. So thank you for watching, and as always, if you have any questions, put them down below. I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day. Goodbye, guys.